Welcome back.
Hello, babies. What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the Brown Bear channel.
Yes.
The BBC.
Episode 11.
Oh my God. We're coming close to the season finale.
Yes. We are one episode away from the season finale. I am so excited.
Oh, it's going to be a blockbuster.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Yes. And you'll start looking for clips. We started our Bear on the Street at the Eagle.
Yes.
We ran into some willing participants. I call them victims, but anyway.
She was hitting on them left and right.
Shameless whore.
Shameless whore.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, sluts have to stay together.
Come on. I'm just saying, baby.
Work it together.
It was fun being flirtatious. It was fun. The guys had a great time. We all had a great time. So, and we're going to be doing more and more of that on the streets. To just look for us on your average street corner.
And also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, on Spotify, and Amazon Music.
Yes, also on Instagram, the Brown Bear channel.
And TikTok, yes.
Yes.
So, what is the tea for today?
Baby, remember we said this is going to be a show of scandal. Let's just talk about shit that's scandalous. I'm here for it. Yes.
Scandalous.
Where we gonna start? Where we starting? Come on, bitch. What we starting with? Let's go.
Okay, so I think we were having this conversation during dinner the other day about
before we get started.
Yes.
Real quick. Jonathan about to sneeze.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, today is March 8th. It is my mother's birthday. So, she passed 2 years ago. So, in celebration to my mama, Mary Edna Young Berry, love you, miss you, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm just saying, after this part, I know you listen. Now you want to tune out. Because everything else we about to discuss, you don't like. So, viewer
discretion is advice.
Even in heaven. Okay. Turn it off.
As it is down on earth, so it is in
don't do that. Don't do that. Bitch. Okay. Anyway, love your mama, but now go back to your bingo. Okay.
So, I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you.
And it's always difficult to lose someone so close to you. And
yes.
It's something that you will never forget. I would never forget when my grandmother passed. She was like the matriarch of the family.
Always. Aren't they? Isn't everybody's grandmother?
Exactly. Well, I hope so. You would hope
Big
so.
Mama, whatever you call them. Yeah.
Or at least in the Latino community,
Abuela?
grandmas are a big thing. Abuela. Oh my goodness. I miss her so much. Anyway, so, oh my God, where should we start? So we were talking about
scandalous dirt. Let's go.
This is scandalous dirt. So, we were talking about this guy that is HIV positive.
Oh, baby.
Which,
keep going.
Today, thank God for medicine and research and everything. We have PrEP,
But PrEP still isn't 100%.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Ain't solid. Again, I know we don't talk about it, and even though we don't talk about it, I don't want people thinking that HIV is disappearing. Or no, it's still there.
It's still there.
And you got to be careful. You got to protect yourself. You got to take precautions. And if you're, I don't know, we got the backup to PrEP is Doxy, but Doxy, from my understanding, don't cover your exposure to HIV.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe to chlamydia, to the butt outside of, but no. So you gotta be careful. And so I'm going to say allegedly, because I saw the Facebook post of this guy who is HIV positive, who is trying to infect as many guys as possible. And if it is true, there's a special place in hell for you.
Okay. I mean, to our brothers and sisters that are HIV positive, that live with this disease, that take medication and have it under control, my my respects.
I oh my, I have a friend of mine who I've known since the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
since like the early 90s. He's been positive since like 92, 93.
Mm-hmm.
He's still with us. Viral load is he's undetectable, but he's lived with it for so long. But he's been open and honest
Of
with
course.
any of his partners. And so they know going in. And so, yeah, so for those our brothers and sisters who have HIV and who are being responsible, who are letting their potential partners know this is what it's about. It's this asshole who's out here who's
Mm-hmm.
making life horrible for all of us, including our brothers and sisters who are living with it.
And well, and that also brings the conversation of, if you're not on PrEP, please make an effort to get on PrEP.
Or start wearing a condom.
Or start wearing a condom.
I know we all like it raw. Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
I like it raw.
Yes, and I'm not gonna lie.
But
I
I've
like
been on my PrEP for since I started in this gay environment.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I just got on prep starting maybe like 5 or 6 years ago
Mm-hmm.
because I was just out here just doing the do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been doing condoms, without condoms, yada yada. I trusted the person,
Mm-hmm.
and and I've been blessed and fortunate that I have not, caught anything. I will say this: I've gone my entire life never having an STD until last year.
What do you thought, girl?
I don't remember his name, but I caught the clap, and it fucked me up. I was like, "What is this?" Because I had gone to go get
Mm-hmm.
blood drawn for the doctor, and the test came back, and I was looking to the test. I was like, it said positive for chlamydia. I immediately called my doctor and said, "Girl, what is this?" And so put me on the antibiotics and yada
Uh-huh.
yada yada. And after that, I was like, even at my age, you can never be too fucking careful.
No, you never can. And so, I mean, if you're not on DoxyPrep and you have the chance, go ahead and do it.
Yes.
You just have to take 2 of those pills 72 hours before, 72 hours after, and you Gucci. So, but as far as PrEP, I've been on PrEP since like 2016. So almost 10 years.
Damn.
So I'm not worried about HIV, and actually, as a matter of fact, most of my regular sexual partners are HIV positive, but they're undetectable. And
Okay.
undetectable means untransmittable. So, and I'm on PrEP, so I have no issues with that.
Yeah.
What I have an issue is with
Come on.
someone like this guy, the rumor about this guy going around with
Yes.
HIV positive,
Yes.
probably not under control, and try to give it to other people.
Correct.
That is messed up.
Ass whooping.
Yeah. So be careful. We're actually going to have a conversation, or well, a little bit of a training on health and wellness about DoxyPrep and also regular PrEP. By Dr. Carlton, like as I promised,
Yes.
if this man talk about so many good topics, like health topics during this conference that I went to.
Dr. Daddy.
Dr. Daddy. Oh,
Daddy.
Zeddy. Anyways. But yes, so another reason for you to get on PrEP and DoxyPEP. Okay?
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right. Well, let's talk about the most depressing issues
Oh, Jesus.
of society nowadays in America.
Go ahead, girl.
Where should we start?
Let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's go.
Well, I mean, I think we talked a little bit about this on the last episode, but poor fucking Zelensky.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
sad. Like
Yep.
the whole thing
Yep.
got booted out of the White House after trying to like,
Yeah.
he came here to like come to the table, and the fucking Republican Party and basically ganged up on him,
You know,
trying to
so
fix him, 5 fingers, no lube.
Zelensky got out easy, baby. He got a chance to leave that 3-ring circus because that ain't nothing
Mm-hmm.
but a joke. That's not the White House. It's a joke house. That's all it
Okay.
is. It's court jesters run amok. That's what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Just, it's, I don't,
Zelensky,
yeah.
we are with you too. You're not
Oh, yeah.
alone. And so obviously he was trying to make the point that if he was going to come to the table to make to come up with a peace agreement, there had to be some assurances from Putin to not continue to do what he does, which is
Well-
kill people.
Well,
And what happened this week?
he did it again.
When the United States paused the help to Ukraine, well, Putin was like, hey, open season.
And that's what he knew. That's what he was waiting on.
67 missiles
That's what he was waiting on.
in one night.
That's what the fuck he was waiting on. And America, it's, like this. Trump's America, not my America.
Okay.
Trump's America is now the bad guy. And now,
We were supposed to be the beacon,
yeah.
the example for the rest of the world, of the free world, of peace and diplomacy
Nope.
and common sense
Nope.
and world peace. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
We don't live in that country anymore.
Nope.
It's sad. And then all of these executive orders and rulings to
Wait a minute.
cancel
Did you
us out.
see? I did not watch the State of the Union.
Oh my!
I
Oh, me neither.
refuse
I
to
refuse.
add to the ratings of that
Disgusting.
bullshit. I will wait to see clips from it, but people want to post it because there was no way. And I would rather take a pair of tweezers
Mhm.
and count every grain of sugar in a 10-pound bag before I watch that shit. Or make it worse, I'd rather count the pubic hair of a porcupine before I watch that bullshit. But from the clips that I saw, that he again is attacking the trans community by saying he wants to start again, quote unquote, executive order where it criminalizes any trans person that does not disclose on their application their original birth gender, and making it further illegal that getting rid of any child under the age of 18, banning it completely, going away with, as he said, the myth that a person is trapped in the wrong body. He's attacking a community that does not have a large enough voice to fight for themselves.
Well, yes.
That's where he's going.
Yes.
And he's starting with the that community. I guess
because that's what a bully would do.
Weakest, a bully goes for what he considers the weakest.
Yes.
And I feel what he's waiting on is an opportunity for us to get so upset and so angry that we take to the streets and start rioting.
Whoa.
He's waiting on that.
He's waiting on that.
He's hitting at it. And that's where we get to see his true colors, because there are things that he gets to do when shit like that goes down.
Well, there is 2 important things that I want to bring up about that, because I think you're right on point with that. One other thing is that he has been meeting up with this group of people who think they're actually called the third term, where they're trying to get Trump or putting ideas in Trump's mind to go for a third term. But for that to happen, the Constitution has to be amended.
That ain't gonna happen.
Or somehow you would have to have some sort of martial law in place for not
That part.
for you not to be removed from the White House.
That's what he's hoping for.
That's what I'm getting with. That's what I'm getting, to, because another problem is now if you're a student at university, you're not allowed to protest.
Protest. Yes.
If you an American citizen and you protest, you could face expulsion from the college. But if you're not American, things
you face
change.
Deportation.
You could face fucking deportation, and arrest and deportations for deportations for people that are not American citizens, and arrests for those that are American citizens. What the fuck?
Yep.
So when you say, well, we're going to have to wait until people start rioting, well, he's going to have the basis to say, well, you know what? You're rioting. I'm going to put you in jail for that, for speaking up your mind. And then when that happens, then we'll have real riots. And when we have real riots, who do we send out to the streets to calm shit down? Isn't that military? Isn't that called martial law?
That's called martial law.
Okay. Because the last time I checked, that's what I thought it was.
But what we have to understand is no matter how hard he hits over this next year and few months, we gotta stay true until the midterms. We gotta stay true to the midterms. Because that right there, because I have the same crowd that came out and voted for Biden to get rid of Trump. They're coming back for the midterms.
Well, I hope so.
They're coming back. And
take some of the trash out.
And we're going to see even some of his fellow Republicans that are going to, again, that voted Democrat. They're going to wind up voting Democrat to change the narrative of the midterms. Because it's only going to get worse. And for those of you, okay, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna get real harsh, and gonna probably sound real mean and ugly, and in the words of the lady Chablis, 2 tears in a bucket, motherfuck it. I don't care. Everyone keeps asking, where are the black people? When are the black people coming? When are the black people coming? When are the black people coming? The shit that's going to go down, is it going to hurt us and y'all? Yes. Do we have what it takes to survive worse? Yes. So let me say this. If you want to wake the sleeping giant, you're going to have to bring some more shit to the table. For all of these years, after 400 years of the cruelty, the degradation, the murder, the rape, the atrocities that were done to my ancestors. All we've ever wanted was equality. But you were afraid of us. If you wake the sleeping giant, understand this. Your biggest fear is when that giant wakes up and we want revenge.
But what would it take for that giant to wake up? That is the big question.
Oh, no. Oh, I know. Oh, I know what it's going to take. I know what it's going to take.
Well, let me tell you.
But guess what? But I'm telling you right now, I ain't sending out open invitation so you can figure it out. Suffer.
Exactly.
That go through some serious fucking suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Not discomfort.
No, this
Let's go through some suffering. When
It,
your suffering begins to match ours, okay, then we can talk.
I was talking to my barber today, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, this Trump is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Like
He
now
is.
us Venezuelans are we have no protections. Like if we get a traffic ticket, we could get deported for that shit."
Yep.
I was like, well, you know what? At this point, I'm like, America voted for Trump. America should endure Trump. And he's like, oh, do you? Oh.
No, come on, come on.
Come on, come
Say
on.
that one more time.
One more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. At this point, I was like, you know what? America voted for Trump. America should endure 4 years of Trump.
Deal with it. Deal with it.
America needs to suffer these 4 years.
Oh, what the oh, wait a minute. Girl, what the fuck is up with Elania Muskrat? Okay.
I'm dead. I'm this.
Her new name is Elania Muskrat. Not Elon Musk, Elania Muskrat.
Okay.
Who wants to give a pardon
Mm-hmm.
to the police officer that killed George Floyd?
Do you remember the kind of salute he gave when Trump won the elections?
Yes.
Well, that
Yeah.
should tell you everything.
But the thing about it, what's so fucked up is even if Trump were to pardon him because of the type of conviction and he pleaded guilty,
Mm-hmm.
he still ain't getting out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
So that is just another way and you shitting on
Yes.
black people.
Yes.
That's just another way. But
Listen.
am I shocked and or surprised?
No.
No. Will it be hurtful and
Yes.
disrespectful and shitty? Yes. But should we expect less from anyone who's a blatant fucking racist?
No.
No.
And you got to understand, the Trump administration thrives on chaos. Like, this is their formula for government. Like, since day one.
It's been that way.
It's been that way for the politics of the past 10 years have been, the paradigm is chaos.
100%.
100%.
Yep.
So, is he stealing some shit? Yes. Is he pissing people off? Yes.
That's what he wanted.
Is he
Mission accomplished.
Is he pissing people off that voted for him? Yes.
Mission accomplished.
Are we into the inflection point? No.
Nope.
So America,
Nope.
take the whole fist, no lube, until you can no more.
No spit. Take
No
it all the
spit.
way up to the motherfucking elbow.
That's all I gotta say. Anyways, coming to some local news. What's been going on in your neighborhood? We were having this conversation just a few minutes ago.
Okay, so I live in the city of Forest Hill, which is like a little suburb in Fort Worth.
All right.
And there's a car wash that I go to on the because I have a membership there. And they had a shooting at the car wash. And 2 people were killed. A father and his 5-year-old daughter were killed. And
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm
sorry.
It's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Okay.
The last year in Forest Hill, there were 0 homicides in 2024. We're not even 3 months in, and they're already at 5.
Oh, shit. Let me guess. What color are the victims?
Child, the majority of the residents of Forest Hill are predominantly African American.
Uh-huh.
But people have to understand, my family has spent 4 decades in Forest Hill. And we know that there is a community there that loves and cares for the city.
Okay.
But when you have, and I'm gonna state the most unpopular opinion. This is my opinion only. You got a problem with it? Go suck a bug. Um, the problem when you open a business and you turned a blind eye to
Mm-hmm.
certain types of activity that is known to be a gateway to criminal activity,
Okay.
then you get what you deserve. And but you're infringing. However, for those taxpayers and those law abiding citizens, you're now infringing upon our way of life because you want to operate a business any way you see fit with, with, with zero consequences,
Hmm.
taking zero responsibility. And so, I've been there, and I'm not going to go into detail of the things that I have seen that are a gateway to certain
Okay.
criminal activity, but it's fucking ridiculous.
Hmm.
It's stupid. I don't know if we don't have enough police. I don't know if the funding's not there for the police. I don't know. But I have met. My father was in law enforcement. He actually retired from the sheriff's department, Tarrant County Sheriff's Department, and so I do have, and I've met several of the police officers in the city of Forest Hill.
Okay.
I ain't got no issue with them. Cool people, cool fucking people. But I don't know if they don't have enough money to put more officers on the street. I don't know if we need to go into when businesses open up. We need to hold these businesses to a certain standard when it comes to how you operate that business. Stop turning a blind eye because you're too busy looking at your fucking bank account. Because there are people who have generations that are proud Black Americans who have homes. There's areas of Forest Hill that have six-figure homes,
Mm-hmm.
and all you're doing is driving down the property value
Mm-hmm.
because you're operating in a blind eye. Now, since that car wash has opened, I've not been back. That it's a chain. It's a chain business. So I just go to another location. And I'm gonna continue to go to another location because I found, and the fucked up thing about it is going to the other location that's in a predominantly white neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
it's a better fucking establishment.
Mm.
The services there are better.
Mm.
So you cut corners for the black folk.
Mm. Well,
Anyway,
that is sad, and it's a story that you hear in every town, like every other town. You hear this kind of story where there's this inequality of the way of living. It's
mm-hmm.
it's not it's not uncommon, unfortunately, here in Texas, and I'm pretty sure some everywhere else in America. Um, I was gonna say I was very shocked the other day because my son sent me a text message, uh, and he said, "Daddy, we're just getting evacuated from HEB ISD because um, someone threatened the IS school, the ISD district, specifically my school, with a bomb threat." So for several hours, all of the students were evacuated and transported to this center until everything was safe for them to be released to their parents. My heart went to my butthole.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is going on in America where you can't even send your kids to school and know that they're safe? They're not safe anymore. It's either a school fucking shooting or bomb threats or someone making posts on social media about going to shoot the school.
And speaking of
The
shooting,
fuck?
speaking of shooting, because I
Mm.
think that yeah, that's fucked up. And we have to find better ways to protect our children.
Yeah.
We have to find better ways. Trump wants to start something else about the tangerine tyrant.
Mm.
He wants to sign an executive order. Anyone, any civilian who is responsible for killing an innocent police officer will automatically get the death penalty.
Oh.
Here's it. I have no issue with that.
Mhm.
However, if a police officer kills an innocent civilian, I want the same fucking death penalty.
It's only fair, right?
So because the only message you're sending, and don't get me wrong, I have a great deal of respect for law enforcement because it is a dangerous ass job.
It is.
You're being tasked with defending the lives of citizens who you don't know, have never met, probably will never ever meet, and you got to put and potentially put your life in danger in the pursuit of that protection.
Mhm.
It is I can't even imagine having that type of job.
Yeah,
So there are
absolutely.
decisions that you have to make in real time.
Mhm.
So I get that. But if you want that law in place for them, I want that law in place for us as well.
You know what? I think they should just abolish the whole penalty.
No.
It's such an archaic thing.
No, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Cause there's some motherfuckers out there that deserve
How
that
do you
daily.
correct a wrong with another wrong?
No, look, if you have people out there who have committed some of the most heinous crimes known to man, fuck rehabilitation, get that son of a bitch the flu shot and bear him out back, and fuck them. Light them up, put them in an incinerator, and spread the ashes over the garden and plant some fucking tomatoes. I don't give a shit. If you come into my house and you take the life of somebody who I know and love, fuck rehabilitation. I don't want to see you back on the streets. No, bitch, it should turn into, you know what? How about we turn into a game of duck hunt? Let them run out the backyard and we this shit. Any motherfucker you can shoot, got one, got one, got one, got another. Bear the motherfuckers out back. Don't worry about a funeral. Just tell their relatives they ran away. I don't give a fuck. Kill them.
You know,
No, don't go. No, the death penalty is in place for a reason because there's certain drug traffickers. No, I get it. You are putting drugs on the street. You're jeopardizing the life. You're willing for people to die in order for you to make money. Guess what? The kingpins, light them up, shoot them, in the arm, gas mask.
There wouldn't be any kingpins if people weren't using drugs.
Beheading.
Anyways,
hell, there wouldn't be guns on the street. It weren't for the fucking U.S. government.
I just don't think that two wrongs makes a right. And I think it's a very archaic method of punishment. Do I think that they should be in jail forever until they die, basically engorging on the taxpayers' money? No.
Then what we gonna do with them?
I think that we need a reform with the correctional.
Can we send them all to that Snake Island?
I would say, why don't you make them...
You send them to Snake Island, and if you can survive Snake Island, you can go free.
Why don't you make them work hard? Hard.
Hard at what? Hard at what?
Hard. Like doing construction, doing something positive to community, to society, other than just doing license plates.
But the relatives of those individuals who's had their loved one's life taken away. This motherfucker still gets to breathe air. You still get to walk the earth. You get to live a long, full life. Regardless of, I don't give a damn how hard your work is. I don't care what license plate, what rock you had to break, what construction work you had to do, what garbage you had to pick up. You still get to live a life.
I just don't think that the state has... And no person, and no government has the right to decide who lives and dies. I just don't think that's a decision that should be made by any person or by any government.
But what should be the consequences for someone if they make that decision and take that and decide to take someone else's life?
Well, then there should be punishment that should
death
be...
penalty.
Well, okay. And we're going to agree to disagree. Anyways, moving to topics that are more...
And that on that aspect, I guess I'm conservative there. I'm not liberal. Yeah.
I'm liberal. I have a degree in criminal profiling and criminal justice, and I worked in the criminal justice system for several years, so I am biased in a way. I do believe in rehabilitation, but when
My degree's
rehabilitation
in
is
fine
not
arts.
possible, well, find another way to make that human being productive to society to give back at least a tiny percent of what he took.
Yes, they can be productive as fertilizer.
Okay, so well, at least she's been, recycling and
Yes, honey,
organic
recycle.
vibe.
It's the circle
Compost.
of life.
Circle of life. This bitch. Oh my God. Well. So we recorded some clips this week, and we asked some people at the Eagle about TBRU.
Yes. And so we will be uploading those clips soon, so you can watch. Yeah, but we still don't have a name for it. Wait, it's the unknown clip. I don't know. We need a name for that type of segment for the show, y'all.
I don't
Help
know.
us out.
Well, we'll figure out a name, and yeah, exactly. If you have a suggestion, go ahead and submit it to our social media.
Yes.
But yes, so TBRU is coming March the 13th to the 16th this week. Oh my God.
It's this week.
It's this week, bitch.
Oh my God.
So,
Bitch.
God,
Girl,
I
we
was
got a lot
looking
to
at
do.
the calendar, like the schedule of all the events. Oh my God, there's so much going on. There's so much going on. And I got my outfit ready.
I don't have shit ready.
Yes.
All I have together are the outfits I have for my photo session tomorrow for my test shoot. But for TBRU, I just figured, the less the better. I got a jock strap and a harness
Hey,
and some combat boots.
that's all you're gonna need, really. And
There we
lube.
go.
Just make sure you take your lube.
Sorry, girl. Can't nobody touch this for another week and a half.
Oh shit!
I'm still post surgery.
So if you see her kneeling down, just know that that's her designated position for the week.
Okay, the only 2 holes you can have are these. Okay, you can have these 2 holes. That's it.
And what happened with the mouth?
Oh, okay, third. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but from down, no, sorry, boo boo.
Well, I'll be taking one for the team.
Yes, she will.
Or 2, or 3,
Or 12.
or 25. Who knows?
Hello, let's go.
I don't think my date would be very appreciative of that.
Wait a minute, you're taking a date to TBRU?
No, we talked about this. You don't take dates to bird festivals.
Okay, but you don't take. But what is that? You don't take sand to the beach? Come on, shit. Let's go.
Anyway. This is going to be an interesting week and
Yes,
an
it
interesting
is.
episode. It's not going to be like our regular episodes.
Oh, it's gonna be sexy, and we'll probably be half naked the entire time. So
And we're going to have some struggles in between, trying to record a professional podcast and getting dicks out of our buttholes. I know. Well, let me paraphrase that.
we will get close to this podcast being just maybe seconds away from OnlyFans. So, but yeah,
But viewer discretion is advised.
honey.
So I am super excited. I think it's gonna be a week full of getting to know new people and making new connections.
Yes, hanging out at the club.
But also, if you are signed up for TVRU, the full thing, there's going to be a lot of workshops on a lot of different interesting topics.
Yes.
So,
I can't wait to see the Mr. TBRU contest. Oh my God!
Yes. Hopefully we'll get, the scoop to go in there and at least record some parts of it. We'll see.
Or at least be able to interview the contestants before the competition begins.
Even better.
Yes.
We'll see.
And then we can get them one-on-one and get more personal, detailed information and find out their platforms, what they're skilled
And then we can
at.
get one-on-one.
One-on-one. Get it. Okay.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Okay, don't apologize. Shit. Don't apologize.
Anyways, so that brings us to our next topic because since this is going to be a week of debauchery, you know,
I love debauchery.
debauchery and hedonism and, you know, pleasure in all the ways possible. Make sure that you're ready for that. Make sure that you go and get tested before you come into these festivities.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Get
You
your
always have to make sure.
Okay. So if you get, okay, I'm going to say this. I know every medical professional is going to get pissed off at me, but that's okay. But it's possible. Mm-hmm. If you get on prep at the last minute, because you're supposed to be on prep for 6 days. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be in your system for 6 days. Mm-hmm. However, if you double up, from what I've been told, 2 days prior, you'll be okay.
We're not going to say that that's an official.
No.
Opinion, okay?
I'll put it like this: take that with the same grain of salt as when Trump said, "Put bleach in your veins."
Ah!
Okay, do you boo?
I'm dead. But I mean, there's also Cabenuva. You could try like the injectable version of it. I don't know how how fast does it act?
Bitch, just put on a condom. Okay.
Yeah, a condom.
Or do the fucking rhythm method. Okay.
The rhythm method.
Shit.
I'm dead. Okay.
There it is.
I'm dead. Deceased. Anyways, so for our health and wellness, we're gonna have a little clip from Dr. Carlton.
Dr. Daddy.
Dr. Daddy. My nipples are hard. Oh. I'm being so inappropriate in this episode. You gotta stop
I'm loving it, bitch. It's about fucking time.
Oh.
Yes. Let her come out. Let her come out. Yes.
Oh, she wants to. I'm coming out. The world knows.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna have this little discussion with Dr. Carlton about, DoxyPEP and regular prep.
Yep.
And if you know, you know.
This is also the same man that gave us the butt clock.
Yes. That wonderful butt clock.
Yes.
So please hit advice and go and get tested before you go into the festivities.
Please.
And, if you're not coming to TBRU, still go ahead and do it because, pool parties are coming and the house will be hoeing and you know how it is.
Be safe, enjoy, but be safe.
Exactly. We want you to be safe so that you can watch us and so that you can subscribe.
Or if you have to do like what I do, baby. Come to the pool party. We can sit off the side and watch everybody else. We can have a drink, eat some chicken, and be like dinner in a movie. There it is. Okay.
Well, I'm going to play this clip. You pay attention, okay? All right.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Carlton. I wanted to explain some medical terminology that people seem to be confusing. So PEP, PrEP, DoxyPEP, and DoxyPrep. When you say PrEP or PEP in general without adding doxy to it, we're talking about HIV prevention. So pre-exposure prophylaxis is when you take a pill or an injection before getting exposed to prevent an infection from happening. So like if you're taking daily Truvada or daily Descovy or Truvada on demand or even the Apretude injection, that's PrEP to prevent HIV. PEP is post-exposure prophylaxis, meaning you're not on anything to prevent an infection from happening ahead of time, but you get a potential high-risk exposure and you need to take something for 28 days after that high-risk exposure to prevent HIV from happening. So you have a high-risk exposure and you're not on anything, you go and you get the 2 medications that are in PrEP plus a different medication for 28 days, and that has a really high, over 80%, in fact, ability to prevent an HIV infection if taken properly. DoxyPEP is you're not taking a pill every day to prevent chlamydia, gonorrhea, or syphilis, and you take doxycycline 200 milligrams within 24 to 72 hours after a high-risk exposure to prevent those 3 infections, more so chlamydia and syphilis. Now, DoxyPrep means you're taking a pill daily to prevent infections. And that's usually happening when you're going on a long party week, or you're going to be doing things daily that have high risk for exposure to infection. I don't really recommend taking DoxyPrep for very long, because long-term use of antibiotics on a daily basis like that can upset your stomach a lot. So that's the difference between PEP, PrEP, DoxyPEP, and DoxyPrep. The more you know.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Carlton, and you know how important I think that HIV prevention is in our community, and how PrEP is a crucial aspect of that. If you're not on PrEP and you need to be, there are so many options. Truvada or its generic equivalent daily Descovy, Truvada or its generic equivalent in the 211 on-demand version are also possibilities. Also, there's going to be a new injectable that's given every 2 months called Cabenuva. Exciting stuff out there. Talk to your doctor about what's right for you and what's available for you. Hey guys, as a gay physician, you know how important I think PrEP is to our community in preventing HIV. We've thought about it for so long as a daily regimen, but there have been new alternative regimens that may be better for you, depending on your level of activity and your ability to plan around activity. The 211 method using Truvada, it hasn't been studied in Descovy yet, has been shown to be quite effective in preventing HIV. So say you're going to plan something for Thursday night, then at least 2 hours, but preferably 24 hours before that, take 2 pills. And then 24 hours later, take a 3rd pill, and then take a 4th pill 48 hours after your initial dose. So 2, 1, 1. It may be less toxic, less expensive, and more affordable. Talk about it with your doctor, see if it's right for you.
Hi guys, it's Dr. Carlton. Some exciting news about DoxyPEP. It's now been clinically proven to reduce STI rates by up to 70%. The San Francisco Magnet Clinic put 2,300 of their patients on DoxyPEP. As you remember, DoxyPEP is 200 milligrams of doxycycline taken within 24 to 72 hours after high-risk play. There was a 70% reduction in STIs overall, with a 78% drop in syphilis, a 67% drop in chlamydia, and an 11% drop in gonorrhea rates. Now that's not surprising about the lower gonorrhea rate drop, because it's really not used to treat gonorrhea. But overall, a 70% reduction in STI rates. If you're at high risk for STIs, please talk to your doctor about DoxyPEP. This stuff is really working. The more you know.
Okay, well, I hope that you enjoyed that video. I
Yes.
mean, he's always so informative. And listen, the man knows what he's saying. He knows what he's talking about. So please, 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 please be safe. Get tested.
Yes.
Get your DoxyPEP. Also get your regular PrEP. And stay in the know zone
Perfect.
about your status. Okay?
Let's go. Always know your status and know
Always.
the status of your partners.
Okay. Important.
Ooh,
Yes.
which is a good question though.
What?
When do you reveal
Mhm.
your status? Also, when do you reveal if you're trans?
Well, let's talk about that during our sex live, which
Okay.
is about to start now.
Sex. Okay.
It was getting a little intense. I was practicing.
Honey, surprise, surprise.
If you know,
You know.
Anyway, so your question was, when do you talk about your status to a partner? Is that
Yes,
your
or
question?
potential partner. When is that conversation? When is the best time to bring that up?
That is actually very interesting because
I kind of feel like waiting to bring it up, then the moment you're about to be intimate is a little too late.
probably.
But
So.
then right when you first meet, hi, my name is, too early.
How about afterwards?
Like, bitch. Okay, so we don't do it at 1, we don't do it at 2, we're just gonna do it at 1.5. Okay, so where the fuck is 1.5?
Well, I don't know, but I would prefer if the person have this conversation with me before we get intimate, for sure.
Okay, but then I think it's too late
When?
to do that because you're putting yourself in a situation where
Oh, yeah, no,
because you're the person who is not trans, the person that's not HIV positive,
Mm-hmm.
you're testing them
Mm-hmm.
to see if that's their thing, if that's okay with them. I just kind of feel like when a conversation
Mm-hmm.
gets into a personal nature,
Mm-hmm.
meaning past your name,
Mhm.
that's when it should come up.
Hey, all of that to say that you don't wait until I explain myself. Yes,
But if you know this shit's a hookup, then right then and there.
I was gonna say, I want to know before we have sex, but before we have sex doesn't mean like you have to wait until the last minute.
Yes.
You should be having this conversation from the moment you say, "Hi, my name is Carlos and I'm negative." From there.
I think that's too soon.
Why?
Okay, if we know that this is going to be a hookup, we about to go fuck.
Bitch, if your hand is on the guy's dick or
well, because if you know
it's gonna happen.
okay, bitch. Okay, if you in a club, and y'all looking at each other across the room, and y'all know y'all got them thoughts, and y'all both looking at the bathroom. Okay, that's when it's time. Okay, bitch. Now, if you had Bible study, okay, then we can wait, cause we're there for Jesus.
Jesus, mom, come to Jesus, or come Jesus over here.
Okay, we.
Ah!
I was gonna say something.
Come, Chewy.
I'm afraid my mama's listening, so we're gonna let that one go.
Okay, we're gonna let that one go. Okay.
But I'm just saying there is a time and a place for everything. It really is.
Yes, I do agree. I mean, the conversation should start before intimacy happens.
Yes.
Because.
But don't wait till your clothes are already off.
And certainly don't wait until you have already finished.
Oh yeah. Or when your hands are down. When you don't wait until my hand is down your pants or your hand is down my pants. By then it's too late. You know.
Yeah.
When you with someone, because that man didn't accidentally throw his dick in you. You know.
Oops.
Okay.
I got pregnant.
Okay. Okay.
It's an accident.
This ain't sex. I'm just holding it for a friend.
Uh-huh.
You know. Shit. So no, just say you know. So so anyway, go ahead, John.
Anyways, but yes, definitely. The sooner the better. Just make sure that you also protect yourself, like we've been talking during the whole entire episode.
Always.
Because hoe habits they die hard, So when you're a hoe, you're a hoe. And you could be hoeing at any given moment. You could be triggered to be a hoe at any given moment, and you never know. But if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's facts. Those are facts.
Anyways,
yes.
The topic of this segment today is it's very controversial.
Oh shit! Come on, I love controversial.
Do you think marriage is or supposed to be for love, or is it a business transaction?
In this generation of instant gratification, they're starting to look more like a business transaction.
I would go further than that. I would say it has always been a business transaction.
Really? Okay, come on. Elab, please.
Well, think about it. What does signing a contract has anything to do with love?
What do you mean? What contract?
When you get married.
Oh, the wedding license?
Yes.
Or the
all of the above.
What's the word when you don't want nobody to take your money? Prenup.
Prenups is another thing. Prenups is even, it's just going further into this is a business transaction.
Well, okay. So
But marriage in
when
general.
you are in a situation where we're more than just becoming married to one another, that means our single life in regards to our single financial responsibilities now become joint responsibilities. So there is going to I think a contract is due, because I don't know. I don't want to marry someone and then they go broke and I'm supposed to be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Mm-hmm.
Or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Your irresponsibility, I'm still your husband. I'm not your parent. Your financial irresponsibility don't become mine.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that's what I agree. It is.
It is a
always
business
been
transaction.
a business transaction. Always
When you
has
look
been.
at it, it's like,
If love has developed along the way, well then kudos for you.
marriage was, since the beginning of time, the legal contract or the social contract of doing marriages have always been about about the division of state and the inheritance.
Yeah.
And to keep kingdoms together, and belonging to the one family that owns everything. So really, marriage has really nothing to do with love. You can love someone deeply and
Never get
married and have a very productive life and a life full of love without having to get married. I mean, if you decide to get married, that's on you. That's good for you. Kudos. I'll go to your wedding. I'll be the flower girl, throwing little packets of lube everywhere. Woo!
Did you say little packets
Yes.
of lube?
Little packets of lube. Because we're not gonna do condoms. Fuck that shit. Well, no. Do use your condoms if you're.
Yes.
Don't know your status, especially.
Clearly, there'll be no children at my wedding. Okay.
Bro, it's loud to me, but I am on Prep and I am on DoxyPrep as well.
I've come to this realization.
Yes.
That as long as I live in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
I'm never getting married. I will probably never go into another relationship as long as I live here. I am not.
I think that's.
I'm not one for these. I'm not one.
I'm down for love. I love love.
For the gay streets here. I'm not. I'm not. I thought I was. But I'm not. I'm not for the gay streets of Dallas. I've never been. Oh, bitch, I've been single 20 fucking years. We're talking 2 goddamn decades. And I am not for the gay streets of Dallas. I'm just not.
How about the ones in Chicago or the ones
I'm for the gay streets. Now, I'm for the gay streets in New York. No, 100%. I'm wondering.
Los Angeles.
If I was in New York, bitch, by the time I got through baggage claim, I would be married with 3 kids. Okay, I'm just saying. So, sure. Yeah.
So we gotta ship this bitch out to New York City, I guess.
Or ship somebody here. No.
Listen.
I have tried to. I guess I've tried going out being myself. I've tried going out conforming, and I've been met with 0. So I'm like, okay, I'm Gucci. So that's why when my friends here ask me, well, you never hang out with us. Bitch, I'd rather work. I don't want to go to a club where I know I ain't nobody's type.
Baby, but you can't look at it that way.
How am I supposed to look at it?
Baby, you gotta enjoy yourself.
Oh, I never said I'm not enjoying myself. I love me.
Okay.
I love me more than I love any and everything. I love myself. The only thing I love more than me is Jesus. Okay? I love me. I'm Gucci with me. And me has learned to take me on dates. I have found ways to love myself that I never thought I could. So, and then maybe that's why it's difficult for me to find somebody, because I'm not going to tolerate the bullshit, nor am I going to tolerate the fact that you want me to be something that I'm not, just so you don't have to work as hard to make me happy. I'm fine.
Okay, and that's good. But I do believe in love.
I do too. Yes.
I have been married twice and divorced twice. And I was having this conversation with my date recently about marriage, and I said, you know what? You don't have to marry me if it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. And what was his thoughts on that?
Wait. And then I said, and for certain, I'm not going to propose. Those words are not coming out of my mouth. He said, no, I'll never say never. And I said, you know what? If someone proposes to me, which will be the first time, because I'm always the one proposing.
Okay.
And I said I'm not doing it again. I might consider it, although the response is going to be no. For at least as of today, it's going to be no.
Okay. That's being honest.
Because it is a business transaction to me. Love has nothing to do with signing that piece of paper. That piece of paper did not make any of my marriages happier, did not make any of my marriages more safe.
Preach.
It did not make anything better. It just made things more complicated.
Preach.
So, do I believe in love? Of course, 100%.
Yeah. I've never been in love with another man. And I've not given, in that aspect, I still haven't given up on love, because I know when the day comes when I fall, oh, bitch, I'm going to fall hard. Lock, stock, and barrel. I'm going to fall hard. But I just ain't met that person that's put me in that situation.
Now, would it be cute? And this is something I said to my date is, would it be cute if you were to propose to me? Yes, it would be super cute and I would love it. It would be such a demonstration of love, although the answer is still going to be no. He was like, well, why would I put myself through all that humiliation?
Okay, well, bitch, then skip the jury. Just get this whole blow pop ring. Because she going to say no anyway.
Anyway, so just give me the ring. We'll just go buy a house together and we'll separate our state and that's it.
And be forever partners.
That works. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. And bitch, we're an hour now, so I think we're about to close this down.
Okay, that's fine for me.
All right.
I think I've said all I need to say.
Everything has been said and done now.
Yes, it has been. We've said it all.
Oh.
Damn.
Well, we are so glad that you're still watching us.
We are so happy. We're, like I said, episode 11. And you guys, for those of you who started following us early, thank you for watching. Thank you.
Bless your heart.
Bless you. Honey. Feel free. We will put up the hotline number for you to reach out to. Callers are standing by to get you through the shit you've had to listen to that's come out of our mouths. But we thank you, and we thank all those that are coming soon.
Okay.
And
stay tuned for season 2 this year. And let's have a great TVRU. And
yes, baby.
Yes, we'll see you next time when we're live going on TVRU.
Love your hair. Hope you win. Bye.
Bye.